taking the stuff as soon as I switch over. As soon as,
All right.
taking the stuff
Sure.
as soon as that happens, but just it will have but 45 seconds late.
That is totally fine.
Yep.
There's just a stream delay. Understood.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Cool. Got it.
So, yeah. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's it going, everyone? My name is buildnye. Today I'm going to be doing a showcase of Elite Force, Star Trek Voyager. With me, the great Covert Muffin.
Hello. Yes. Honestly, folks, you are in for a treat because this speed game is absolutely amazing. Like, it's based off of a modified like source or like quake engine sort of system. And also, this is going to be a really interesting version of the game, which is modified by the speedrun community itself, which is known as the Meow Mod. So Dr. Meowington, an amazing pillar in the Jedi Knight Academy, as well as Elite Force communities, has done a lot of work into making this run a lot more like fast-paced and like action-packed. By removing a number of like RNG heavy sections, as well as just like situations where we would just be standing still and like not doing anything for like 30 seconds.
Right.
So, so yeah, is there like other things? Like I can't remember if there was like actual physics-based engine things, altered builds.
Not really. It's just mostly levels and arenas being altered, and some things modified by a Sphere MJ. To make it more speedrun compatible.
Yeah, massive shout outs to Sphere. Sphere has been a pillar in the community, especially this one, right, Builds?
Yep, especially. This and Elite Force 2. Like, that man, he's a pioneer.
Yeah, he truly is, through and through. But also you see like Build moving around his camera, that's known as strafe jumping. We'll get into the details, chat, and sort of like explain this as we get into the run. But Builds, are you good to go?
I'm great.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
All right, starting off in 3, 2, 1. All right, and here we are on the Borg cube.
We're on a Borg ship.
Just a little bit of a holodeck simulation. And you get into all the little technical stuff.
Yeah, so you're going to notice Build's moving around his camera a lot. This is in order to actually build speed. Pun unintended. Whoa, nicely done. So there we just dipped our camera into the ground in order to be able to activate a switch, which saves us a bit of time. So that was actually really expertly done. We'll be talking about that glitch a little bit later on in the run because we're going to be doing it again. But here's a really nice climb section. Nicely done, dude, first try. But a lot of the movement in this game, from turning left and right and jumping over and over again in order to build speed, can be difficult because this game has really tightly packed hallways and then a lot of enemies. But big jump there, nice, let's go, dude.
If I didn't turn any more or any less, I would have missed the jump.
Yeah, so what Build is referring to there is the important details for the jump is that there's one optimal turn rate. And if you turn your mouse faster than that by moving the camera a little bit faster, or if you turn a little bit slower, then you're actually not building nearly as much speed as you could. If you turn it too fast, that can be doing something that's known as not converting your angle of momentum optimally, which will actually end up causing you to be like fighting against the turn. Whereas if you turn less, then yeah, clearly you're not building nearly as much speed as you could. So there's this really beautiful one turn rate for the camera itself, which will allow Build to both control themselves as they're moving through air, as well as build the optimal amount of speed. So they're crouching in the middle of the air will actually raise our hitbox ever so slightly. And so Build was just doing that by jumping off the platform as early as they possibly could in order to be able to get up there. We're going to be seeing that all over the place. Yep, so they're going through in order to just get through these sections, just trying to get around these NPCs as quickly as
Oh.
possible, and that's actually going to be a massive thing. Yeah, okay, that was really important. But here's a big boost. Nicely done. Gets up there first try, and this is all in order to grab this laser rifle. Because here we're now going to be entering an arena where there is going to be a certain level of RNG. So Build is going to get into a really specific area in order to kill off the list of enemies as quickly as possible. Oh, yep, slight miss there. And so this is really tricky now because Build has allowed the enemies to be able to move around, right? Ideally, we just kill the enemies as quickly as possible in order to just guarantee that they die instantaneously. But the moment they start moving around, then we don't know exactly where they're going to end up. But Build handled that situation really quickly. But this is honestly going to be like my favorite set of missions here because the strafe jumping is just absolutely so beautiful to see. Nice, yeah.
And health management is very, very important in this category. Well, in this game in general.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a bit. So in this game, there's going to be explosive boosting, which is actually not in the base game itself. Like there is a console command in order to be able to just activate it, I believe. But like for Meow Mod, they brought on the explosive boosting for some really interesting pieces of tech, and we're going to see that utilized in a lot of situations. However, as you imagine, when you shoot literal explosions under your feet, Twitch chat, like that is going to hurt. So health management becomes incredibly important as we're going to be speeding through this game in particular.
There are so many sections where if your health is not just right, it's just, which means there's a routing challenge in this game as well.
Yep.
You don't know how many hours I've spent routing to make sure I don't lose time by blowing up my feet.
Yeah, so there, that particular explosive boost is really funny because Bill just like literally shot themselves through a floor. That did not have a collision as we were going up, but indeed it had collision as we were going down. But yeah, so also there's going to be a number of heal locations by these like small little terminals like there. That is going to allow Build. But here's a really big explosive boost. Dude, if you get this first try,
So close.
Oh, that was so close!
Second try! Yo!
Second try! Okay, that's still really epic. Oh my goodness. That one is so incredibly precise. Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
On a high level, like, that's such a run killer. Holy.
Dude, let's go. Alright. That being said...
And that was that was completely cold. I did not warm that up at all.
Nice. Oh, that's so good. That must feel so amazing.
Right?
That being said, chat, there's a number of heal terminals as we're going to be going through to be able to like restore our health. However, Builds is going to be skipping a lot of them because they cost 1 to 2 seconds in order to grab. So Builds is literally like sculpting his health down to like the barest bone amount that he possibly can in order to be able to save these split seconds of time. Because Build is a very top level runner of this game, so the health management in particular is just absolutely sculpted. Oh man,
There we go. We're good. We're good.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so like there, that healing terminal. Build is only grabbing that because indeed that is necessary.
My little safety pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, dude. Okay. I was just about to explain this. Yeah, so trying to get through all of these narrow doorways, they have these like diagonal slopes, and you can just get caught on them and then just be rocking back and forth between them. So it's really important that Build either lands right before the door or just like within the doorway itself perfectly.
And another difficult thing is these holes right here. If you're not just precise, the collision mess is like, oh, you meant to go over that, right? No, I meant to go. Oh my days.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Exactly that. Thank you for showing the thing that I just explained. So a lot of the difficulty in the movement. Nice, you got the cycle. Okay. Comes from just like not only building optimal speed and like dodging NPCs, but then also like actually landing exactly where you want to land. which is something known as tempoed movement within our communities.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty advanced concept, honestly.
It is. It's like, and the more you understand about it, the more complicated it gets, and the more vibrant you get. Yo, nice. Let's go.
That particular damage boost is pretty tricky. If it's not just right, it's like, oh, you need to take a second point of damage. Oh.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
This is the Gatorade. Oh, of the.
Yeah, it's the Mountain Dew.
And there was
Don't drink the toxic Mountain Dew, Bill. Resist.
And there was a health pack back there that I could have gotten, but you know, that's too slow.
Yeah, because Bill does not want to lose like literally a second, chat.
Though I've lost at least like 45, but it's okay. It's just a little bit of a showcase for going on here, you know. Oh, my personal best and also the world record is a 1956, and after this run, you should go check that out on my YouTube, because holy, that's a crazy speedrun. And what's also crazy is this jump right here. A little bit of damage boost, and bam, third try.
Yeah, dude, I would take that. Like, that's beautiful.
Right?
That's so good.
And now we're coming up on our arch enemies of the entire narrative. George and Steve, hey, what's up, guys?
No, I hate them so much. Don't draw attention to them. I hate them. So, George and Steve, the absolute douchemongers, basically, don't worry, chat, like, I promise you, yep, totally promise that I'm not going to lie about the lore whatsoever, alright? Like, everything we say is going to be 100% factual. Those insects there in that vent, yeah, that's George and Steve, alright? They're doing that. They're putting bugs in those vents.
Yep.
Jerks. Oh yeah, and then they also infected, like, everybody, turning them against Build here. So we have to get into disguise because, yep, we have to try and infiltrate in order to assassinate George and Steve.
Absolutely, but since they're so cunning, they just get away. I have to go chase them down or something, I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't quite clued in yet that, like, all this repeated jumping and extra movement speed that we're getting makes us the antagonist. But there, we just picked up a really important thing, which is going to be a tranquilizer.
Because this next boss fight, like George and Steve, they sent basically a bounty hunter after us. And there he is. Oh, thank God I saved there. But this bounty hunter, man, he just goes down one hit, like just a little bit of the tranquilizer and just a little bit of a phaser. It's like, hardest boss fight, you literally lose like 2 minutes to this guy if you don't pick up the tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, the boss fight has, like, multiple, like, invulnerability stages, like, within the fight itself. But just, like, literally using the tranquilizer and then shooting them for a tiny bit of time instead is, like, allows us to kill them super fast and just, like, move on.
And it's not Meow Mod exclusive. You can do it in the base game. Just remember to get the tranquilizer from that one room.
Oh, I saw a question in chat. Who's on commentary? My screen name is Covert Muffin.
Indeed. And I am buildnye, the science guy, the speedrun guy too.
You certainly did science with this video game.
Yes, sir. This is one of my favorite levels, because just look at the movement, look at the, just like the strafes to the level geometry. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. It's like, and honestly, like, I can't bring this up enough, but like moving past these NPCs is like so incredibly difficult. Like, it's, imagine these tight hallways and trying to strafe jump through them, and then like divide that by like 4.
we got a cool little chick here. We just do a little bit of a shimmy, bam. We can clip right through that force field and just get that done.
Cool.
That's a more recent discovery. Basically, it's not timing based, but it's a distance based. And here's a little optimization I like to do. Just a little grenade launcher. Basically, the one time it's used, besides the final boss.
That's so cool. It's such a precise shot too. That
Right?
was just absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Oh my goodness, dude. These strafe chains are so good tonight. You're doing so well.
Yo, thanks so much.
So something else that we haven't really talked about is that the moment you kill an enemy, their hitbox actually disappears. So me and Build both run a game known as Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, as well as Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, where if you kill an enemy, their hitbox is active for half a second after they die. However, in this game, they disappear immediately. So Build has been just like setting up certain strafe chains, big explosive boost here, nicely done, first try, where once Build kills an enemy, they just like literally jump through them. So setting up strafe chains to have his camera angle be in specific locations is really big. But oh no, do you want to talk about this fight, Build?
Yeah, basically George and Steve, they assimilated one of our guys, and
Don't die. Okay, thank goodness.
this dude named Foster, like, he got assimilated. Sucks to be him. He was our former leader of the Hazard team, so that makes us the de facto leader. But now George and Steve, they're being real mean right now. So we have to.
Yeah, being the jerks they are, they like literally shoved him into the board, being like, assimilate him, while we now go under metamorphosis to become like aliens. Like, oh my goodness.
And we, the Voyager, the Captain Janeway, she didn't like that too much. So she sent in us to go to a special place that you'll see in just a second. Oh, hey, there's Janeway there.
Hopefully she doesn't run into George and Steve.
Who knows? But hey, Janeway sent us to the death tube, guys. Holy.
Okay, so if you folks know anything about Star Wars, there's the Death Star, and then Star Trek just got kind of jealous, and they wanted a giant laser cannon thingy, so they made the Death Tube instead. Don't worry, chat. That is 100% its name. I would never lie to you.
Absolutely. So right now we're traversing the death tube, going through the various machinations. And they're like,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to be here, so they're going to send robots to soon. And I wish I could have got that, but it's fine. But the Klingons are here. Yeah, go ahead, Muffin.
We found out about George and Steve's metamorphosis into aliens. So currently they're in a cocoon. And so we found out that the only way that we were able to destroy them would be utilizing the giant laser, the death tube. But big sequence break there. Let's go.
Right. You get full health there, so it's not a problem.
Yep. Boom.
Boom. Now, this is a very tricky corridor.
Yeah, so all these trimmings on the side of the hallway, I cannot stress enough. If Build runs into one of them, it just stops his jump chain altogether. So not only does it stop him, so he has to restart a jump chain,
like
but it
this.
also removes, yeah, exactly. It removes all of the speed that he currently had. So if he can dodge those perfectly, like what he's been doing for like the grand majority of the speed run, then like we're able to stay at a fast speed for longer. And that's going to ultimately save us time, right? Because the shortest amount of time it takes us to reach a location, then the lower the overall speed run will be time-wise.
Can I do that?
Faster movement. Oh. Nice.
I'll see if my optimization works. It worked, let's go.
Yo, let's go.
And we did want a camera descent again, which basically we crouch and time it just right where we pause. So it just clips our character model downward, or just our camera. Our character model stays the same. We're just able to do funny things like that. Crazy optimization. Yeah.
It's so cool. Oh, I love that room. It's so cool to see every single time.
I want to see if I can do my second optimization.
I believe in you.
Oh, kind of. I'll take it.
Yeah, That looked good, honestly. Yeah, it looked like you were still able to keep his chain. So the explosive boosting, to explain it, did not interrupt his horizontal movement if he was able to jump. So there's two components to explosive boosting. One is the explosive element, right? So shooting an explosive underneath Build's body. And then the second one is the jump timing. But there we fired the death tube.
The entire death tube. Right at George and Steve. But hey, they didn't like that too much.
Yeah, and then we're going to find out, unfortunately, that that was not enough. So George and Steve decided to take revenge and end up trying to invade the Voyager itself. So they brought all of these new insect spawn that they created onto the ship in particular.
Oh, so close.
Oh, that was close, yeah.
Bam. There we go. Easy. Easy.
There
First
you
try.
go.
First try.
Yep. The other attempt didn't happen.
You know, head out and puzzle. Head out.
Yep. Watch this, chat. This is going to be so cool. Watch this. Watch this.
Bam. Right to the exit. Bam.
Yo, let's go, dude. That is so sick. I love that. Oh, man.
That mod adds like so many cool variations to routing.
It does, honestly, yeah. Because, like, once again, explosive boosting is not in the base game itself, unless you modify it, and Meow Mod has done that.
Oh. Ooh, that's a little spooky.
Yeah, so Build's health is getting a little bit low here, so they're going to be a little bit careful, grabbing an extra heal there.
I usually take that one anyway.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was explaining about, right? Just like getting caught on the geometry of the walls itself can be incredibly easy to have happen.
Like between the mobs and the geometry of the level, it's literally a rock and a hard place.
Okay, cool explosive boost here. Also, we're gonna see some of my favorite skips in these upcoming levels, chat. Like, this run starts off amazing. In the mid-game, it's amazing. And then, like, at this stage of the game, it's, like, it just keeps getting better and better, honestly.
Here we go. Let's see if I can do a first try.
I believe.
Yeah, there we go. That was nasty.
That was beautiful, dude. So also, like, a really important detail about, like, a lot of these strafe jump chains, to just bring it up again, is like where Build lands really sort of decides whether or not they're able to get certain sequence breaks in sections.
And this part is very tricky. Very tricky. I'm just clearing out all the mobs so I can talk about this for a second.
Yeah. Great idea. Because once again, Build's not going for a personal best. This is an exhibition through and through, and we want to showcase this stuff off.
Yeah, so basically, down here, if I try to go down here, try to be a little sneaky about it, it's just a giant death plane. Like, no matter where I can go down here, but if I try to just go a little further, nah. But, since we're speedrunners, we found a little trick.
That's so silly.
If we go just right here, it's so slim, it's literally the size of your player model. Go a little further, then bam, you can just skip all that. Literally the only spot we found that has a sort of allowance.
Yeah, so there's a tiny little hole to be able to get past that instant death kill plane. That's so beautiful to see.
I'm pretty sure it's exactly the width of one player model.
Dude, this is exactly why I'm like, speedrunning is literally the science of video gaming. It's because of stuff like that. Like, that's so cool.
And we're on to George and Steve. Actually, I think Steve got nabbed by the death tube, but here's a George right here.
Oh my god, George, are you okay?
Brother, what happened to you?
What happened, George? Like, oh my god. Like, I mean, I know you were a jerk, but that's even a bit much for me.
Brother wanted to take, I'm going to steal the moon to a whole different level or something. I don't know. Bro looking like Gru over there.
So here we're quickly approaching the end of the run, chat. Build is in this final boss fight here, and then there's going to be a couple cutscenes that are going to play. But in this first phase of the fight, Build just has to clear out a list of enemies per the arena, and then after they defeat a certain number of waves, then we will be able to actually start fighting George himself. And then after Build hits George a number of times, then that will cue the end of the run.
And just
yeah,
the final wave. Alright, try to get this guy right here. I'm gonna go fight George. Oh my gosh, he's even up there in person.
George! I tend to like try and be respectful, but my god, man, what happened to your face?
Just like if Spider-Man went wrong.
Yeah, imagine if Spider-Man like actually looked like that. Oh no. Oh. Oops. Okay, this is fine. In all honesty, chat, like this boss fight's like pretty simple. We just avoid the timed attacks and then we just keep shooting the boss. That's it. That's all that's really happening. Oh, alright. And...
Oh, I thought he was done.
Oh no, oh no.
I thought he was done.
No. Oh no. Okay.
Uh-oh,
well,
guys, I think we're going over. It's the big guy.
George, please.
You know, this fight, if you're kind of not focused, like, it's brutal.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he was done, but guess not. He had one more thing up his sleeve.
Like, I know George is probably upset after
There we go.
shot him with the death tube, but yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Okay,
And time. 25 minutes. There we go.
Yo, let's go. Honestly, like a really solid time for an exhibition.
Right.
But Build's world record and personal best is like absolutely unbelievably incredible. Like, definitely check it out.
19 minutes and 56 seconds. Like, whew.
Unreal.
But yeah, that was a showcase of Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Thank you so much for being here with me, Muffin, for explaining all the little technical bits, as I did absolutely bliss this game.
Anytime, dude. Congratulations on the run. That was an excellent performance. Also, major shoutouts to Obscurathon. Thank you so much for showcasing our community. We absolutely love any chance we get to be able to either showcase the game, but also, if you want to try speedrunning this game, then we have an active community. There's a lot of amazing people, and we are all absolutely willing to help you like get set up. So just like Google search speedrun.com with Star Trek Elite Force or whatever, and then we have a link to our Discord there, which you can join. And then either if you want to run with Meow Mod or you want to run the base game itself, both have amazing speedrunners and amazing communities in that way.
But shoutouts to Mountain, shoutouts to Muffin, shoutouts to Sphere, like all these people are making this thing roll, including myself, with the actually showcasing this game to all of you. Man, it's such a great time playing. It's a great run to learn, great run to just have fun with. Like, just get out there and strafe, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
But that's going to do it for us. We'll have a good one, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
Enjoy the rest of the marathon.